Hello, and thank you for your interest in the U.S. National Values Assessment. In 2009, as a gift to the new Obama administration, the Barrett Values Centre conducted a national values assessment utilizing our cultural transformation tools. This tool allows us to measure and map values in order to study the cultures of nations, government and municipal agencies, communities, organizations, and schools. In 2010, we again conducted a national values assessment to see how the American perspective has changed in the first years of this administration. 1,504 U.S. participants were surveyed, as compared to approximately the same number of participants in 2009. We targeted our respondents so as to create a sample that was statistically valid and accurately represented U.S. population demographics. The first question posed was, please select 10 values or behaviors that most reflect who you are, not who you desire to become. The values here in the blue circle represent the values which received the most votes and that remain consistent with those selected in 2009. There are a few key messages here. Number one, relationships are a central focus in our lives, and we work to make a difference for the people we care about. Number two, we take ownership of our actions and do what we say we will do. Third, we appreciate our freedom and our autonomy. These are the core values of the people of the U.S. When we are living consciously, these are the values that guide our decisions. Notice here that patience was among the top personal values in 2009, yet fell out of focus in 2010. Are we less willing to wait for change? Another issue comes to light in the value of accountability. Accountability increased by 6% of the vote since 2009 and jumped from the number 9 position to number 6 among our personal values. Taking ownership of the outcomes of our actions is becoming more and more important. The next question posed was, please select 10 values or behaviors that most reflect how your organization currently operates. If you're not currently employed, please rate your previous organization. The values here in the blue circle represent the values which received the most votes and that remain consistent with those selected in 2009. The values shown in the white spheres were those that were unique to the corresponding year. A few key messages are illustrated here. Number one, we work together to serve the needs of our customers and our communities. Number two, accomplishment is important to us. And third, we understand the need to be financially responsible. Note that the value of profit appears as a top priority in 2010. It moved from the 18th position in 2009 to number 8 in 2010, not surprising for organizations trying to stay afloat in uncertain economic times. The degree of entropy represents the percentage of votes for what we call potentially limiting values. This means that 18% of our efforts are unproductive, a degree of entropy that calls for minor monitoring and adjustment. Notice also that bureaucracy appears as a top value in 2010 as people become frustrated with navigating through red tape. The number of values matches those values that people currently experience in their working environment and would like to carry forward is an indicator of the degree of confidence that people have in the direction their organization is taking. While values matches have dropped since 2009, we still believe our organizations are on the right track. When asked, please select 10 of the following values or behaviors that, in your opinion, are essential for your organization to achieve its highest performance. The values shown in the blue circle are those which receive the most votes and remain consistent with those selected in the prior year. Note that achievement, efficiency, and professionalism, values pertaining to performance, systems, and processes, have been replaced by ethics and continuous learning, values that represent transformation and serving a greater good. This graphic maps the desired culture values to a balanced scorecard, what we call the business needs scorecard. This clearly shows desire to move away from performance or fitness emphasis and place greater attention on evolution. Could this be the beginning of a desire for cultural transformation on a broader scale? Respondents were next asked, please select 10 values or behaviors that most reflect how society currently operates in the USA. These are the values that were selected. Again, the values listed in blue reveal the issues that were consistent from year to year, while those in white spheres reflect values unique to the corresponding year. The results show that our perception of our national society is drastically different from what we experience as our core values and our daily working lives. Entropy here is at a critical level and has risen since 2009. This level of entropy signals possible civil unrest and the need for drastic change. The values listed in red are considered potentially limiting values, or those values that erode performance in any given culture. They indicate that we're frustrated by slow-moving processes. Material wealth is still a factor in our lives, yet we squander our resources and lack opportunities to work. Our final question was, please select 10 values or behaviors that you would most like to see in the USA. Again, the values in the blue sphere show commonalities between 2009 and 2010, while the unique values in the white spheres show how our perspective has changed. We continuously seek thoughtful planning, a healthier job market, and support for the people who have the least. We also want to focus on building a peaceful nation. However, in 2010, we're asking for opportunities to work and to take care of ourselves and our families. And significantly, we want our leaders to be sincere in their communications and in their actions. How then do we make change happen? What does accountability mean from an individual perspective, from a business perspective, and how do we use this value to guide our nation in our transformational journey? What lessons can we take from our personal and working perspectives to improve our lives on a national scale? Areas to explore. For more information, please contact the Barrett Values Centre or visit us online at www.valuescenter.com. Thank you.